A very good morning to all of you. Myself, Dr. Hina Rekhi, working as an assistant professor in Khalsa College, Patiala. I am presenting the videos on the topics of CSIR net, and these topics will be very beneficial for you. Today, my first lecture is on charge transfer spectra, and basically here in this lecture, I am focusing only the practical knowledge which we have to apply for solving the objective questions. So begin with the lecture. Charge transfer spectra. So charge transfer spectra is an electronic transition between the orbitals that are centered on the different atoms. So it is known as a charge transfer transitions. So these include the transfer of electrons from one part of the complex to the another part. So basically these type of the transitions are fully allowed transitions and redox transitions. Redox transitions means those transitions in which the oxidation as well as reduction takes place. So charge transfer transitions, these mostly occur in the UV region, and when these absorptions fall in the visible region, then they often produce the rich colors. So basically charge transfer transitions are for the color producing compounds. So the next is the types of the charge transfer spectra. These are of the different types. First one is MLCT. MLCT means metal ligand charge transfer. Next one is LMCT. LMCT means ligand to metal charge transfer. Next one is MMCT, that is metal to metal charge transfer, and LLCT refers to ligand to ligand charge transfer. So basically I emphasize on the two transitions, that is MLCT and LMCT, because from that point of view these two transitions are very important, and most of the questions which asked in the CSIR net exam or in any entrance exam, in the DO exam for the technical assistant, scientific assistant, so MLCT and LMCT transitions, they are mainly focused. So in case of the metal to ligand charge transfer, metal should be in the low lying area and ligand should be at the higher orbitals, whereas metal should be filled orbitals and ligand should be vacant. So that is why metal will transfer its electrons towards the ligand. In other case, ligand to metal charge transfer, ligand should be fulfilled so that it can able to transfer the electrons towards the metal, and the transition takes place as LMCT. In case of the metal to metal charge transfer, both are the metals but their oxidation states are the different. For example, if I am assuming the metal of chromium having the oxidation state +3 or +6, then the transition state changes from +3 to +6 having the similar metal but their oxidation status differ. And similarly for ligand to ligand charge transfer, in this case both the ligands, but the conditions are that both the ligands should be oxidizing and reducing in nature so that the LLCT will take place. However, along with all these kind of transitions, MMCT and LLCT kind of transition is very rare, and LLCT kind of transition is not responsible for the color of the compounds in most of the cases. So the first transitions is the ligand to metal transfer transitions. So here the transfer of electrons from the filled ligand orbital to the vacant metal orbital. So from where the transition will take place? From the ligand. Up to which? Up to the metal. So metal should be vacant or ligand should be filled. Then metal should be in the higher oxidation state and high energy vacant orbital. These are the conditions through which the ligand to metal charge transfer can take place. So metal should be in the higher oxidation state for the transition to be occurred. Next one is ligand should have low lying energy filled orbitals. So if the ligand should be at the low level and metal should be at the higher level, then only the transition will take place. Like in this diagram, on the left side it's an uncoordinated metal ion having the d orbital, that is the degenerate orbital, T2G and Eg. It splits up into T2G at the lower level, that is a triply degenerate orbital, and Eg is the doubly degenerate orbital at a higher level. And at the bottom of the screen there is a written octahedral complex, and that is of the ligand sigma orbital. From here the electron will transfer to the TTG orbital as well as the electron will transfer to Eg orbital. So that is why L to M transfer will take place. So specifically what kind of the ligands are there which play their role in ligand to metal transfer. So specifically, pi donor ligands, they show the LMCT transitions, and metals may be of main group elements or inner transition elements. So metal can be any, either it should be from the main group element or it should be from the inner transition elements. So the internal oxidation of the ligand and internal reduction of the metal occurs. So in the previous slide I already told that charge transfer transitions, these are the redox kind of transitions. So redox means oxidation as well as reduction. So that is why it is written here, internal oxidation of ligand and internal reduction of metal occurs. So these are the common examples in which the LMCT kind of transitions occur. Firstly, it's the pigment cadmium yellow, cadmium sulfide is there, and the transition which is involved is ligand pi to metal 5s orbital. Next is vermilion, that is known as a mercury sulfide HGS, and here the transition occurs from ligand pi orbital to metal 6s orbital. Similarly, next is lead compound Naples yellow, massicode lead oxide, in which the ligand pi to metal 5s or 5p orbital and ligand pi to metal 6s orbital. So metal 6s or metal 5s, that is the outermost orbital of the metal ion. Chrome yellow, that is lead chromate PbCrO4, ligand pi to metal 3d orbital. Red and yellow ochres, which are generally known as iron oxides. Here the transition occurs from ligand pi to metal 3d orbital and permanganate ion. Permanganate ion is KMnO4 or MnO4 negative. Here the ligand pi to metal 3d orbital. So here the main thing which we have to emphasize is that ligand pi is involving during the transitions from LMCT, that is ligand to metal. So specifically pi donor ligand should be there for the ligand to metal transition occurs. So pi donor ligands like sulfur, sulfides, oxides, selenides, all these transitions, all halides, all these ligands are considered under the pi donor ligands. So yes, this is a very important information and which will be very useful for solving the objective questions, because most of the students, they have theoretical knowledge about charge transfer transitions, how it occurs, how the ligand to metal charge transfer occurs, and how to metal to ligand. But whenever it comes to the application part, how it applies to solving the objective questions, then there is a problem. So the important information which we consider is, on moving down the group, first of all LMCT increases. Like here, ligand is there at the lower energy level, 3d, 4d and 5d, 3d orbital, 4d orbital and 5d orbital. Supposedly I am considering the family of chromium, carbon-wale, that is chromium, molybdenum and tungsten. So chromium considering under the 3d orbital, molybdenum considering under the 4d orbital and tungsten considering under the 5d orbital. So as such, with increase in the d orbitals, and 3, 4, 5, this is the just principal n shell number. So with increase in the shell number from 3d to 4d, then 4d to 5d, LMCT will goes on increase. As with this application part only, we are able to solve the various questions asked in the CSIR NET exam. And similarly, this is on moving down the group. But when we considering on moving along the period, like chromium, manganese and iron. So chromium having an atomic number of 24, manganese with atomic number 25, iron with atomic number 26. So on moving along the period, what will happen? LMCT will goes on decrease. So next important point is, if the metal ions are same, so if they are asking the question in which the metal ion is same, having the different oxidation state, then LMCT decreases on increasing the oxidation state of metal. Again, this is very important point, that if they have asked the question in which they are considering the two metal ions, but the metal ions are same, having the different oxidation state, as I said earlier, chromium 3 and chromium 6, then those metal ions which is having the higher oxidation state, in that case the LMCT will goes on decrease. So by applying this information, we are able to solve the question. Let's see for the various questions. So these are the questions which I have asked in the previous year's questions using the UGC energies is. So in this question, we have to find out what is the order for the LMCT. LMCT means ligand to metal charge transfer. So in this case, what are the elements or what are the metal ions which are involved? That is vanadium, chromium and manganese. So ligands are same, O4 negative, O4 2 negative, O4 3 negative, that is the separate case. This question can be solved by using the two things. First one is by considering their oxidation state. So if I am able to calculate the oxidation state for the manganese, it will be +7. For the chromium, it will be +6, and for the vanadium, it will be +5. So we have done this thing, like with increase in the oxidation state, what will happen to the LMCT? LMCT will goes on decrease. So here our correct answer is A. So for the next question, in the isoelectronic series BO4 3 negative, chromate ion CrO4 2 negative and MnO4 negative. So all the members have intense charge transfer transition. This they have already given in the question that these compounds show charge transfer transition. So the incorrect statement is, this question appeared during the GATE examination in 2011 and the options are CT transitions are attributed to the excitation of the electrons, and second is MnO4 negative exhibit the CT at shortest wavelength among the three, whereas the wavelength of transition increases in the order of VO4 3 negative, CrO4 2 negative and MnO4 negative. So in this case, incorrect statement. First statement is charge transfer transitions are attributed to the excitation of electrons. So it is very correct option, that is charge transfer occur in these kind of the complexes from ligand to the metal. So this option will be ruled out. Next option is B. MnO4 negative exhibits the charge transfer transitions at shortest wavelength among the three. So for exhibiting the charge transfer at the shortest wavelength, how will you calculate for the wavelength? Because for the LMCT, the order is for the with increase in the oxidation state, LMCT will goes on decrease, and with increase in the shells of the metal ions, LMCT will goes on increase. But what is the relation between the energy and the wavelength? As according to Einstein's E is equal to h nu or E is equal to hc by lambda. So those ions which is having the higher LMCT energy, they will exhibit the shorter wavelength. So among this, MnO4 negative is the wrong option. It exhibits the higher LMCT, so that is slower LMCT, so that is why it should exhibit the highest wavelength among the three. So this is our option or the answer for the incorrect statement among these isoelectronic series. So we have talked about the metal ions. What will happen if the metal ions are the same but with a different oxidation state? Next question arises, what happens when the ligands are the different? Here I am taking the example of mercurous chloride, mercurous bromide and mercurous iodide. In this case it is HgCl2, HgBr2 and HgI2. So in these complexes the metal ions are same, that is mercury. But where is the difference? Difference lies in the ligands. So here in first compound the ligand is chlorine, second is ligand is bromine and then ligand is iodine. So HgCl2 it is a white in color and it absorbs the UV light. So generally those complexes which are white in color, they lies under the ultraviolet region, and whereas those complexes which shows the color should lie in the visible region. So HgBr2 it is yellow in color but it absorbs violet, and HgI2 it is red in color and it absorbs green. So why this happens? Like in the right side diagram, one is chlorine, next is bromine and other is iodine. So whenever the transition takes place from the ligand to metal, what will happen? Happening with the delta E, that is the distance between the ligand to the metal. In case of the HgCl2, delta is more, so that is why it absorbs the UV region or it is white in color. Whereas in case of HgBr2, from ligand to metal transition, the band gap or the band distance that gets reduced, so that is why HgBr2 it appears yellow in color. Similarly, HgI2 it appears red and absorbs green. So what is happening? The color is red but absorption is green, and similarly for HgBr2 the color is yellow but it absorbs violet color. Just it is because of the complementary color. It's a color wheel. Like whatever the compound shows then that should be the opposite to that of the absorption. Means this is the phenomenon of absorption and emission. So whatever the compound, like here yellow to next is the violet. So yellow and violet, these are the opposite to each other. So if the compound absorbs yellow, it will emit violet, and if compound absorbs violet, then it emits yellow. So this is the complementary color wheel according to which the color appears or the absorption and emission phenomenon occurs. So next is the metal to ligand transfer. Similarly, transfer of the electrons from the filled metal orbital. So here the orbitals, that is metal orbital, it should be filled, and the ligand orbital, that should be vacant. So that the transition takes place or the transfer of electrons occurs from filled metal orbitals to the vacant ligand orbitals. And the conditions for the metal to ligand transfer occurs, metal should be in the lower oxidation state and the low energy vacant orbital. So metal should be in the lower oxidation state for the transition to occur. Next point is ligand should have higher energy filled orbitals. So if the metal ions are at the lower level and the ligands are at the higher level, then only the transition or the transfer of electrons takes place from the metals to the ligands. So what is the main point which we should emphasize on it is specifically the ligands which are involved during the transition. Like in case of the LMCT, the ligands which are involving, that are the pi donors. But here for the metal to ligand transfer, the ligands which involved includes the pi acceptors or aromatic ligands, imines, pyridines, thionates. So first of all, in solving the question, specifically see what is the ligand which is joining across the metal ion. If it is pi donor, it undergoes the LMCT transition. If it is pi acceptor, it will undergo the metal to ligand charge transfer. And in this case, the most important point is the orbital or the transfer of electron should occur from the pi to the pi star orbital. That is from Eg to pi star orbital or T2G to pi star orbital. Pi star orbital is very important during the metal to ligand charge transfer. So these are the common examples for the metal to ligand charge transfer. First one is tris bipyridyl iron 2, which appears red in color. Next is tris 2,2-bipyridyl ruthenium 2, that is orange in color. Iron CO thrice bipyridyl, that is red in color. Ruthenium bipyridyl thrice 2 positives, reddish orange in color. So these are all the examples in which the metal to ligand charge transfer takes place. So observing only the ligand, ligands are the pi acceptors or ligands are specifically aromatic ligands, then only metal to ligand charge transfer occurs. So here the question which appears during the day 2015, the intense red color of iron bipyridyl thrice 2 positive. So mainly only focus on the ligand, what is the ligand is using here. So here the ligand is bipyridyl, it is including under the metal to ligand charge transfer. So very simple, our answer is A, that is metal to ligand charge transfer. Next is metal to metal charge transfer. So in this case, the compounds which contain metal-metal bonds are intensely colored. For example, Mn2CO10, which is bright yellow in color, Re2Cla2 negative, it is deep blue in color, cobalt CO2CO8, that is purple black in color, and NO2Cl84 negative, it is cherry red in color. So in this case, the ligands which are attached, that is carbonyl, chlorine, these are nothing to do with the color, only the transitions which are taking place between the two metal ions having the different oxidation state. So that is why these kind of the charge transfer is known as metal to metal charge transfer. Next is another example which includes the potassium ferrocyanate iron test for the iron in the solution, that is Prussian blue and a turn Bull's blue. It is the same complex K iron 3 iron 2 CN6 and K iron 3 CN6. What is the difference here? Here which is the iron atom which lies outside the coordination sphere, it carries the +3 oxidation state, whereas the iron which is inside the coordination sphere, it carries a +2 oxidation state. So here from +3 to +2 charge transfer occurs, that is why the color appears Prussian blue, whereas in case of iron 2 to iron 3 transfer, it is turned Bull's blue. Similarly, Creutzfeldt-Taube ion NH3 ruthenium pyrazine, ruthenium NH3 where pyrazine is the bridging ligand, and in this complex the electron transfer occurs from ruthenium +2 oxidation state to ruthenium +3 oxidation state. Similarly, the contains lead 2 and lead 4, and electron transfer occurs from the plus 2 oxidation state to plus 4 oxidation state, due to which it gives intense red color solution. So these are all about the metal to metal charge transfer. Next transition is ligand to ligand charge transfer transition. So here the ligand itself may act as a chromophore. Chromophore means color bearing, and the band sometimes identified by comparing the spectra of complexes with the spectra of the free ligand. Here what the condition is metal complexes in which both the oxidizing as well as reducing agents are present. Only then the charge transfer takes place between the ligands. So condition here applies is oxidizing as well as reducing agent. Both kind of the ligands should be there in the one complex, then only charge transfer takes place between the ligands. So LLCT spectra is only observed when pi donor, that is as well as pi acceptor, which is observed in the MLCT, pi acceptor, and pi donor, which includes in the LMCT. But here in case of the LLCT, both kind of the ligands, pi donor as well as pi acceptor ligands are present. Only then ligand to ligand charge transfer transitions occur. Although these kind of transitions are very rare and most of them are not responsible for the color of metal complexes. So during the examination, only the two transitions that are important, that is LMCT and MLCT. Again previous year question. So first question is cadmium sulfide, CdS, HgS and bismuth iodide are colored in nature because. So first of all, here look at the ligands. So ligands are sulfur and iodide, means sulfur and halides. So these are the pi donor ligands. So for case of the pi donor ligands, LMCT kind of transitions occur. So very simple, the answer will be A, that is ligand to metal charge transfer. This question appears in CSIR NET 2017 examination. So next question is manganate ion, MnO4 negative. It is deep purple blue in color, whereas ReO4 is colorless, and this is due to the greater energy required for. So here the options are DD transition, which is big cross on that, because in case of permanganate ion and ReO4 negative, DD transitions are not present. So A and B, both options these ruled out. So the option will be either C or D. So then we will decide whether the option C is correct or option D is correct. So for the permanganate ion and ReO4 negative, it belongs to same family, that is manganese family. Manganese, technetium and rhenium. So for the manganese, it includes 3d orbital, whereas for Re it includes 5d orbital. So with increase in the shell of the orbitals, LMCT will goes on increase. So ReO4 negative, it includes 5d orbital. That is why LMCT will be more in case of ReO4 than MnO4. Then see the options. Charge transfer from oxygen to rhenium as compared to oxygen to manganese. So in the question, this is due to the greater energy required for oxygen to rhenium as compared to the oxygen to manganese. So here the option will be C for the correct. So this way charge transfer transition, these are the video on this, and mainly emphasize only on the CSIR NET examination and as well as all the entrances examination, that is DRDO, TIFL, GATE examination, and as well as all the university entrance exams for the as well as IIT JAM exam. So this information is very important for all of you. Hope you